Hey YouTube, Southwest252 here with another video, and this time I'll be reviewing the Gemini Jets 1/400 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Nevada 1 livery. Before I get into the review, I would just like to say I'd really appreciate it if you check out my Instagram, and the link for that is in the description below. So I'll start off with the box. You've got your standard white box for the Gemini Jets Southwest release. It does have the 25th anniversary Gemini Jets logo still, even though it's 2024. Made for collectors by collectors. There is the computer-generated image of the aircraft in the middle. It does say Boeing 737-800. You've got the Southwest logo. On the bottom of the box, it does say 1/400 scale die-cast model, highly collectible, superior quality, realistic metal landing gear, detailed printed graphics, and as real as it gets features. We got some information about the model on the left side of the box, and the item number for this model is GJSWA2246. On the top of the box, it says adult collectible model, warning contains small parts, unsuitable for children under 14 years of age. And then the right side is the same as the left side. On the back of the box, you have the Gemini Jets logo on the top left, the as real as it gets features. Don't forget to check out the Gemini Jets social media. And this is a 2024 Gemini Jets release. That's all for the model. Excuse me, that's all for the box, and now for the model. So if you saw my Tennessee 1 review of the Gemini Jets version, you'll know what a complete disaster that model was. I'm so thankful that this model did not turn out like that. My expectations were extremely low for this model, so I am pleasantly surprised. It's still not perfect, but it is so much better than Gemini Jets quality has been in the past few years. So my last few Gemini Jets releases that I've gotten have been much better, so I'm happy to see that. Hopefully they keep it up, and this marks the era of their improvement. However, this mold still does have some issues that need to be addressed. Really, they need a new mold, but even just slight improvements can make it so much better. So we'll start off down at the front. You've got the nose cone painted on. Then you've got the pitot tubes, the cockpit windows, and that's really the main thing. With the Tennessee 1, I mean, if you just even watch the video, you can see how bad the cockpit window shape were. The whole nose end of the aircraft, how badly it was shaped. It's still not perfect here, because you can still see up here it's a little boxy, and then underneath, just the way it curves up isn't perfect, but it's so much better than that Tennessee 1 model, so I'm happy to see that they've improved a bit, actually quite a bit. And then underneath the cockpit windows, it does say Nevada 1. And then you have the nose gear. All the gears are rubber and do roll. And it does have the fleet number on it as well, 8646. Then you have the L1 door with the heart logo there. Then you have the Battleborn Nevada part of the flag on the front end of the aircraft. And then over the wings, you've got an antenna on top, the emergency escape doors and routes painted on the wings. You have your blue painted flap fairings, and then you have your standard gray split scimitar winglets. And I think on this one, they've done a better job with the winglets. The winglets are still too big on the mold, but they've done a better job of getting the scimitar part right. I think on the Tennessee 1, it was basically like it had shaved off. I can't remember actually if that was the 1/400 or 1/200 version or both, but it's much better here. Still not perfect, as I said. But also one thing I'll just point out right now, the doesn't really have any wing flex, so I'm very happy about that. Then you have the engines here. With the design continues from the fuselage. So you got the blue and yellow mainly. There's the back view of the engines, outside, and then here is the inside view of the engines. So as you move towards the back, you have a Wi-Fi dome on the top there. You've got another antenna in the back, and then it just continues blue on the fuselage. Until you get to the back, you have the registration of this aircraft, which is November 8646 Bravo. You've got the fleet number again, 8646. And then you have the American flag and the Southwest heart livery tail. Yes, the blue on the tail is different from the blue on the fuselage, and yes, that is accurate. Then you move to the right side. You've got the cargo luggage doors. They're in the front. Underneath, they're kind of hard to tell, but it's kind of right around there. And then also in the back, also it's hard to tell, but I think you can kind of see the bottom part of the door. So here is the front view of this aircraft. Here is the right side. There's the back view. There's the left side. Here's the top view. And here's the bottom. So at the front, by the nose cone, it does say 800. You do have your nose gear again there. All the gears are rubber and do roll. You've got the details underneath, the stand hole in the middle. The main gears, yes, they are painted gray on the outside, and yes, that is accurate as well. I know the old Nevada one, it was painted the same blue as the fuselage, but on the 800 it is not. Then you have the blue flap fairings underneath, and then underneath your engines and wings. There you have the Gemini Jets logo, and then you move towards the back, you've got the tail scraper, the doors for the APU, which once again are hard to tell, but they are there, and then the APU itself all the way in the back. So that's really all for the model. Again, the mold still isn't perfect, but it is such an improvement on that Tennessee 1 model. I'm actually happy to have this model, unlike that Gemini Tennessee 1 version. But again, there are still some flaws with the mold of this aircraft, so I'll take off a total of 2 points for those. So this will get a score of 28 out of 30. But that's going to be it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. And once again, I'd really appreciate it if you check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
We would like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700 series aircraft. You're looking at the Southwest Airlines bestseller. It's a safety information card. It's in the seat pocket in front of you. It works as a fan for no extra charge. You're welcome. And it reads as a comic book. It has a lot of short stories. None of them ends well. Absolutely.